everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today I'm going to be doing my project that I want to do with these frames that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I really like these because they're already painted the color that I wanted to use, which I thought was wonderful because usually I find these frames and I have to paint them and distress them and do all kinds of stuff to them. But these are great. These are 4x6s. I have 4 of these that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I want to make like a picture frame wreath out of these. So the first thing you're going to want to do with these is take these little clips out of the back, so we can take out everything in here because we don't want the glass, we don't want any of this stuff. So these things pop out really easy. I just have a pair of needle nose pliers, whatever you have to pull them out. There we go. And then you're going to want to carefully get rid of your glass and all that stuff. Or you could save that for something else. I don't know what I would save it for, but let me set that over here with the rest of them. I already took out the other ones. And this little frame in here, I'm going to save these. I'm going to put these away for another project. This is why I have so much stuff. I save everything. But you never know. Sometimes you need that matting for something. Alright, let me get rid of these little clips here so I don't poke myself with them. Alright, and then I'm also going to take 2 of these little clips off the back here that I'm going to just pop right out of here, and we're going to use these to hang this with when it's finished. So there you go. There's your 2 clips, and I wanted to put 1 clip on each end so it doesn't, you know, hang funny or anything. Alright, so now you're going to take these and we're going to glue these all together. I may need to put something here to hold these. Unless I can find a side here that fits together better. Yeah, really? I don't know if I have any clips to hold that. Well, I am going to put, I got an idea. I'm going to use this E6000, and to hold this together, I'm going to use some hot glue. So that'll hold that like a little clamp. So you're going to want to glue these 2 together. Make sure you get one side nice and even, because none of these are absolutely perfect. But maybe I'll just hold this up here to make sure that they're nice and even. That's a good idea. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this E6000 or whatever, you know, super glue kind of stuff you like to use, and I'm just going to put a few dots down here. This stuff holds like crazy, so you don't need, that's probably too much, too thick. Put some of that down there, and then I guess in between here I am going to put a few big dots of hot glue, and I think that should hold these together nice and straight. So let me get my piece here. There, now I can hold these together, and that hot glue will be my clamp. So, alright, let me let that cool there for a second. And they look nice and even there. You know, that worked perfectly. It's staying together nice with the hot glue. Alright, yay. Alright, so now that I have hot glued it to my paper here, there we go. I was going to put something under this too, and then I forgot. Okay, so we have those 2 together. So now we're going to take another 2 here, and actually I may just glue this one up here first. Let's just fit these together and see how they go. There we go, just like that. Alright, so now for this one I'm just going to put some some of the E6000 on the top of this frame, and use some of my little hot glue here trick to clamp it together till it dries. Oops, I'm going to keep these here so I know they're nice and even. There we go, that looks good right there. See, none of them are exactly the same size, but they're close. I just want this centerpiece to all fit together nice, so I'm going to get that in there. Oh, that hot glue is working great to hold these together. Alright, we're going to have a nice big picture frame here, or window frame rather, is what it's supposed to look like. Alright, so now I'm going to put glue down this side, some up on the top here. And I'm getting this started here the night before so I can let this sit and make sure that E6000 dries good. So then I can just come back in the morning, which will be like 2 seconds for you guys, and it should be done. All right, so let's get this one in here. There we go. Overdid it a little with the hot glue. Get that out of there before it hardens. And hold these two sides together. And that worked out perfect. Yay! I love when things work out perfect. They don't always. Always the way you have it planned. Get some of that hot glue out of there. That came off really nice. Well, there we go. So we have our whole big... I glued it to the table again. Let's get that off. There we go. So now we have our whole big window frame here that we're going to make this really cute wreath with. I'm going to let this dry overnight, like I said. And I'll be back here in 2 seconds for you guys. But where's my E6000? Put the lid back on here. I'm going to use this little bicycle on here. I got this at Dollar Tree when they started bringing out some of the spring stuff. And I just love these little bicycles. I think they are so cool looking. Now these come and they have this long pole on it so you could stick it outside. And it was hooked like right back here. And all I did was bend it back and forth twice and it popped right off. So, because I don't need the big long stake on here. And these are in the, like the garden section. So I want to use that on here. I'm going to use some ferns, some spring looking flowers, and I think this is going to be really, really cute. Alright, so I'm going to gather up all my flowers while this is drying here, and my ferns and things that I want to use on here. Maybe some boxwoods. I'm really liking using those. Those are actually from Walmart, but I really love those boxwoods. Alright, so as soon as this dries, I'll be right back. Okay, it's the next day here. So if I repeat something I already said, sorry. I don't remember what I said yesterday. But I let this dry overnight. So it's in, we have our nice little window frame here now. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is flip this over here. And I'm going to put some of these little hooks here. Actually, I think I'm going to add 3 of these on here. Just because I'm hoping when I'm done, I'll only need to put in 1 little hook to hang this up. That's what I'm going to hope for. But if not, I'm going to put 2 more over here on this. Let's see, maybe I can put them in here. Yes, I can actually. That'll work out pretty good. I'm going to add 1 here and 1 on this side just in case it's hangs a little funny. Then I can just anchor it with the 2. But I'm hoping it'll work with just 1. So I'm going to add a little bit of E6000 to the back of this hook. And a little hot glue, only because I want to flip this over and keep working on stuff here. So the hot glue will kind of hold it for me until that E6000 dries. So there we have 1 here. And I'm putting them kind of down a little lower so they don't stick up over the top. And I'm hoping that's going to work out right. Let's see, this is the flatter side, so I think I'll add a little E6000 here. Just a little hot glue to clamp this in place. Whoops. And we're going to put that one right in the center. And I'm hoping that when I get this done, it'll hang even with just 1. So I don't have to try to, you know, put in extra. Oh, you can't see this corner. Let me angle this down just a little, whoops, a little bit more here. There we go. So I don't have to worry about leveling it and all that stuff with 2 nails. So we will hope. But if not, well, then we're going to have to do that. Alright, so I want this right here. Come on, there we go. I want the same as that one. There we go. Got it stuck to my finger. Alright, so hopefully that hot glue will hold that while that E6000 dries, because this stuff, anybody who uses this, it stinks, but it works really, really good. Alright, so I decided I was going to use my ferns that I had. I did not realize it was these that I had. I don't know, I thought I had the longer ferns, but these are not going to work on this. It just is not going to look right at all. I don't know what happened to all my other ferns. Maybe I've used them all up, because I did use a lot of them last year. But anyway, we're going to switch it over, and we're going to use the boxwood. This I get at Walmart, and it's just called a boxwood pick. I think these were $1.88 or $1.89, something like that. Not bad at all. And I absolutely love these boxwoods. They look really nice. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to use some different flowers here from Dollar Tree. I wanted to do it all Dollar Tree, but I don't like those ferns at all. I'm going to use just different flowers here and stuff. And then I decided in the center of this, I'm going to use this wood sign from Dollar Tree that I painted in a video. When was that? Monday, I believe. I'm just going to take off the hanger here. Here's my scissors. And I'm going to E6000 and hot glue that to the center of this, and I think that will look really cute with the flowers and that little bicycle that I want to use. Alright, so hot glue should be good there holding it now. So let's flip this baby over, make sure I got it right side up. And then I think this will look really nice just right here in the center. I love these little signs. Just trying to figure out where I want to put my glue, because this center part here is raised up a little bit, so I got to make sure that I get it on there. So I'm going to add some more E6000 to this, just to make sure, because I don't want to wire it on. I don't want to see wires, so I'm going to put this like in the centers to hold that. And I'm also going to add a little bit of hot glue to this too, just like before, just to anchor it in place for me while the E6000 dries, because that takes a little bit. Alright, so let's make sure I get all my glues on there. Let me hold this up. That looks pretty good right there. Sorry, I'll put this down in a second. I'm just trying to hold it up here to see if I have it in the right spot. And I think that looks pretty good right there. Alright, well, no, I don't think I need this E6000 for anything else. Because these flowers and things, I am going to add hot glue, but I'm also going to add some floral wire to hold it. And I think that should be fine. I was going to add a bow to this, but you know what? I don't think I want to. I want this a little more simple. I don't want any big bows or things like that. But you know, whatever you want to do. You can add a bow, not add a bow, whatever. Alright, that hot glue should hold that there for me. Alright, so I'm going to start down here on this corner, and I just cut off a bunch of these boxwoods here. That's why I wanted to get my sign on here first, because I kind of want this to go out away from the frame a little bit there. So I'm actually, yeah, that will be good. I'm actually going to hot glue this down a little bit, and I will wire it after just to make sure it doesn't come loose, because you know sometimes hot glue, especially if you have it anywhere where the sun hits it, it may want to come loose on me, and I don't want it to. So that's going to stay like that, and then I need to cut this piece off here. And then this one I want, actually I'm going to have to cut more of that off, I think. I'm going to have down here, so we're going to cut this piece off. And I may just work that other little piece in there. Alright, so I'm thinking if I can get this right here, I can kind of wire both of these together. But this is going to be the green spots here for our, kind of the background, if you will. There we go. And these you can stretch around and make them go a little different here and there. And then I think I want to put this piece here to cover up that wire. And then my bicycle's going to be down here too, so let's see. Yes, I think that'll be good right there. So we're just going to glue that right down here to the bottom to cover up all those wires. And now you can't see them. So I'm going to take a piece of the floral wire here, and I'm going to go from the bottom up, which is much easier than trying to flip this thing over all the time. And I'm going to try to get this in between these two different ones here. And anchor them both at the same time if I can get this through here. There we go. Get that little branch out. Yeah, make sure I get a hold of both of these here. Alright. And I really don't think you should see this wire, because I'm going to be putting flowers and stuff on here too. So you're really not going to see it. Bend that down, and then I want to add some down here going this way, just maybe a little over the center. I'm doing it here. Don't need all that on the end there. Let's see how that's going to look. Or maybe I want this one here. This one's a little bit fuller. And I talk to myself all the time when I'm doing this, so don't mind me at all. Just want to see which... And you can turn these too, if they don't quite go the right way you want them to. There we go. So that will come here. Yeah, I think that'll look good like that. Alright, so we'll put a little glue here to hold it in place for me for a minute. And then we're going to add this one in here. And then you can pop a few of these off here and there if you need to fill it in a little more. Alright, get you down in that glue. And then I'm going to run another wire to hold these two together. And I think if I get it right about in here, yep, that will work out just fine. Alright. Now that's all I'm going to do with these for now. The oops, boxwood, just threw my scissors on the floor. Like I said, we can add more pieces as we want to, but I want to get that bicycle on there. And I'm not quite sure yet how that's going to get hooked on here. But I want this right here on the corner. Maybe off a little. Do I want it off or do I want it all the way on? Maybe like this. So I'm hoping I can just kind of like hide a wire here and there that'll hold this in place. Let's see. Alright, we're going to come up here and try to hold it over this way. If I can put it like on this cross piece here. There's my wire. I'm hoping this is going to hold. Actually, well, we're going to try this and see what happens. I'm not even going to cut that off yet until I'm sure this is where I want it or how I want it. Oh yeah, I think that'll work, because then I have this piece here that I can anchor down and it won't slide anymore. Alright, so let's do that. I just really don't want to see a lot of this wire. Alright, well, let's see. We're going to see how this is going to hold here. Trial and error. I actually don't think that's going to go anywhere. Alright, we're leaving you where you are. Yes, we are. You're really not going to notice that wire because of all the greens in the background. There. Yeah, that's not going to go anywhere. Alrighty. That was a little easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so now I am just going to take some of these little flowers and things. I'm going to kind of like tuck them in here. This is some of that lavender. I'm just going to hot glue them down in there, right onto the boxwood. And you just kind of tuck that piece underneath so you don't see it. So we got that one there, and I do want one of these, some of these pretty daffodils in here too. Let's see, I need a place to hide that. That'll work right there. There, look at that. Look how pretty those look. Whoops. Sticking out of there. I love them. And I don't want to put a ton of flowers in here. Not at all. Because, you know, sometimes you can just overdo. But I do want some of these pretty blue ones. And I think those will stick right under there nicely. Oh, they're pretty. I love those little things. They just give it a little extra pop of color. Maybe down here. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, whatever flowers you choose, doesn't have to be any of these, but I just thought these would look pretty. Oh, I like that. All right, so I'm just going to leave that side be for now. I do have some of these pretty hyacinths too, little pink ones, but I don't know. Well, yeah, there is pink in the bike, so I think that would look okay. Maybe I want them up higher then. No. Nope. Nope, I think I'm going to leave that out for now because I can't make a decision. Alright, so I'm going to put a couple coming out this way here. Let's see. And my dog's outside barking his head off. That'd be Benny out there. Maybe coming out from the bicycle wheel. That might be pretty cool. Oh, I like that. That's cute. Alright. And where do we want to put some more of these? Well, maybe we'll just take these apart and do one at a time. Noisy cars. I'm going to do the top pretty much the exact same way minus the bicycle. So I'll go ahead and put that stuff on there off camera, and then I'll just show you how it all looks together. It's pretty much going to be exactly the same way that I'm doing this here. Maybe just with a few little twists here and there. I don't know. You know how I change my mind. But I will tell you what I did. Otherwise, we could be here forever if you had to be inside my mind trying to figure this stuff out. Nope. Where do I want my little blue one? I need a little blue one over here. Alright, maybe coming right out of there. See, at least I feel a little less crazy while I'm making a video talking to myself, because I'm, you know, talking to you guys instead of just me here in my craft room trying to figure things out. So that's a good thing. Alright. But I do need to fill in a little bit more here with these boxwoods. It just needs a little more stuff in here. But I want to see if I can get some of that underneath this bike. Pretty sure I can. Should have thought of that before I wired it down, huh? Alright. There we go. There, that's anchored in there now with some hot glue. Might add a little bit more here. I just need a little something else under this bike here, and I think I need a few little sprigs sticking out of here because it's just a little bare in that spot. What are we thinking? I like it. I don't want too much more on here, but it needs a couple little things here and there yet. But I'm just going to take a few of these little leaves off here and tuck them in here because it needs a little something. I don't want to cover that up. Keep changing my mind. So we'll tuck that under there. There we go. Just wanted to fill it in a little more. I'll get that glue web off of there when I'm done. Alright, so I'm just going to leave this at that. I'm going to go ahead and get the boxwood and stuff put up here. Same as I did down here. I'm just going to flip it upside down so I can have both of these corners decorated. And then I may add a few more things here and there. And that frame just popped loose. I'm going to have to glue that. Oh no. Alright. And, yeah. That's all I'm going to do. So we're just going to go around this corner the same way we did the bottom, and then I'll show you guys what this looks like. Alright, so the only thing different that I did decide to do is add some of this pink. They're calling these Baby's Breath from the Dollar Tree. It just needed a little pink to go with the pink in the bike, I thought. So I was going to use white, and I thought, no, that's not right. But yes, did a lot of talking to myself while I was gone here. So I only have one more piece I'm going to stick in here, and that is it. I'm done with this. We're going to hang it up. Oh, I do want to show you one more thing first before we do hang it up. But I want to fit this in up in here. I think this pink just brightens this up just perfect. So that is going to be my last little flower here. And I just tuck these under the boxwoods. And that'll glue right to those. And voila, that is it. I don't want a bow on mine. I think down here with the bicycle's enough. I don't want too many more flowers down here. I did stick a couple here by the bicycle. I may add something else sticking up in here. Not sure. I really like a yellow one back there, but I think that's really going to interfere with the bike. Yeah, I don't want to... Nope, we're not going to do it. I may add something to that later. I don't know. But for now, we're just going to leave this alone. Now, the only other thing I would advise if you're using these frames is, as I was pulling on them, the corners kind of wanted to separate on me, so I just took my glue gun. I put some hot glue in here in each one of these corners. Whoops, here's one I missed. See, good thing I'm showing you. Just to make sure these aren't going to pop apart. I did have one that came apart on me, so I figured before any more do, we're just going to add some hot glue in there and hold them together nice. So that's it. I'm going to let that glue cool off there. Then I'm going to hang this up. I'll take a nice picture to show you guys how it looks hanging. And I think that was it. I think that was all that I want to do to this thing. I don't think I'm going to put anything else by the bike because I want to be able to see it. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.